Hello? 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 Yeah. Yeah, but I can't log into it. Uh, are you on PlayStation? I was wondering why every time we jumped on, fucking Fortnite wants to act funny. Yeah, yeah. The hell am No, no. What it is like when I try to log in. Like, what it is like when I logged in, cause I got it redone. Like I re-uploaded on a new laptop, and one thing that happened was I put in the password and my username, but it needs that authorization number, and it didn't. So that's the only part that's stopping me is the authorization number. I just put my username and my and password in, but just the authorization number I can't get into. Yeah. No. Yeah. Now there she goes. Girl, good shit. That's the black in her. The fuck you talking? I know she was like, "What the fuck you talking about, honky?" I was like, "God damn." I know she used that code word when you ain't around. It's like this honky over here. He does it too, man. When you ain't around, this nigga over here. You know what? Shit, I'm surprised you still breathing. He's still breathing, but the use only to only the dumb ones that likes to the dumb ones that love Black Lives Matter. Shit, I can't even support them motherfuckers. Yeah, and when I tell you this, when they first came out, I said, "Oh shit, Black Lives Matter." Then, like I think a few months in, I said, "No, I can't support that." Something felt funny. It was before the shit started hitting the fan. I said, I can't." It was something about it. I said, I can't." I don't know what it was, but it stopped me from wanting to support them. I was like, "What the fuck is up with them?" And then I started paying attention. It was all they talked about was police brutality. I was like, nah, I'm glad I backed out of that because I don't want to be affiliated with something where all they gonna talk about is police brutality. Damn, dude. That's all they gonna talk about is police brutality. They're not, and they're not gonna talk about nothing else but that. I said, I'm not gonna waste my time off my breath. I say because if it's just gonna be about police brutality, then why the fuck I need to support something? I said there's more issues that black people have than police brutality, and that's all they want to talk about. Like it's the same, yeah, and it's the same with white folks. White folks got like I try to tell this girl that I used to work with, cause me and her would do the same shit. We knew the facts on things. Like some of our shit matched up. If her shit was this and that and the other, my shit would match up to hers. So we was on the same page, but sometimes we was in a different book. And she got to talking about that. I was like, well, Police been fucking with black folks for centuries. And then I had to stop. I said, no, that is a lie. And she looks at me like I was fucking crazy. How is it a lie? I said, no, that is a lie. I said, white folks was getting messed with way before black folks. And the reason why the police was started was because of drunken white folks. Not because of black people. And she's like, your information. I said, no, it's not. I said, those are the facts. I said, the facts are they created the police because white people would get drunk and get belligerent back in the day. And so they had to create some kind of way to stop them from doing stupid shit. Because you gotta, yeah, because the crimes that they committed back then are more different what they are now. Because you see how fucked up it was for what they did back then. They was killing everybody when they got on that shit. Doing that fucking thing. And she, like I said, she didn't want to believe it. And she trying to bring up some bullshit numbers. I said, that's a motherfucking lie. I said, them numbers ain't real. Yes, they are. I said, where'd you get that shit from? She told me where she got it from, and it's like, I said, that shit's bullshit. I was like, white folks, I had to tell her, I said, white folks got mistreated, are getting mistreated more by police than black. She tried to tell me I was wrong. I said, I'm not lying. I said, well, the news. I said, there's your problem, the news. I said, tell you, yeah, and I told her, I said, look, down in the southern states, they only show you what happens to black folks with the what happens to black folks when the police are around. That's down in the south. But if you go to northern states like New York or Chicago, it's white folks that gets mistreated by the police. But you will never hear it because how the media plays it. You will never hear a white person getting mistreated in a southern state. But if you go to New York, you will hear that shit constantly. Yeah. 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 It is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and if they paid it, if black folks who paid attention enough, well, like you go to YouTube and look this shit up about how white folks are getting mistreated. Dude, they do get mistreated. I've seen videos and it's not pretty. And they will sit there and it's like, oh, this staged. How the fuck that staged? Like I take, yeah, go ahead. No, no, no. Yeah, that's racism right there. And then, not to this, black folks, there's been black folks that say black people can be racist. And they can be. And there's black people say, well, we can't be. Yes, the fuck you can. If you could, if you could sit there and call a white man a honky, and that white man didn't do shit to you, you're racist. It's the same as when, it's the same if a white man called you a nigga, but I know this is going up on YouTube because right now I'm streaming, but I said even though if a white person called you a nigga and you didn't do nothing, you call him a racist. It's vice versa. You can't be a hypocrite on that part. And but they love doing that. It's like why? Why do you? It's like why are you the hypocrite of this matter? And then the Black Lives Matters doesn't make it worse. Like I was talking to a friend of mine. He's white. Been knowing him for like 17, 18 years. Me and him on the same page, and we saw me and him like we didn't watch it together, but we saw a documentary done by Candace Owens called "The Biggest Lie Ever Sold," and it was all about Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. And we was talking about it, and we agreed on it. He's a white man, I'm black. Well, I'm biracial, but I hate using that term so goddamn much. I do. I wish motherfuckers start doing this shit. But each person is different. But we got to talking about this shit, and we was on the same page. And like y'all need to see yourself. If people watch this on YouTube or in my stream, y'all need to watch that. The Biggest Lie Ever Sold, because it told the truth. Like George Floyd was hopped up on meth. I ain't say meth. I said meth, narcotics. Yeah, and he had a fake 20, and when he went to the store to use that fake 20, he got arrested for using the fake 20. If you saw the body cam, he apologized for using it. He tells him he was on something, and he calls his girlfriend mama. Everybody was thought he was yelling for his mama. No, he calls his girlfriend mama. You know, like every couple's got a pet name. My grandparents did that. That's old school talk. That is the old school talk. When, yeah, yeah, 'cause it does. They don't. Oh, part, yeah, lady. It is, and that's one thing people don't get it for who. If you from other parts of the country, that's how we speak down here. A man from the south would either call his girl my old lady. That's my mama. That's what we call them, my mama or my old lady or my girl. That is the three main things nicknames he would call her to show he with her. He sometimes you might hear wifey thrown in there if they ain't married. He throw wifey at her. So that's my wife over there. That's wifey. Just to let you know who speaks for him. Or same with the girl. She be like, that's my old man. That's my daddy. That's my hubby. That's how we speak down here. And before y'all start saying, well, that's bullshit, no. If I go up there to y'all side of town and y'all like, that's my bitch. That's my nigga. That's how y'all speak up there. But down here, that's how we speak. And my grandparents is white as snow. And that's all, I'll tell you, my grandparents on my mother's side, which is my mother's parents. And that's how they spoke back then. He would call his wife mama. That's my mama. And she would call him daddy. That's how they speak. Even in two sides of the fence, we spoke like it. But that's what George Floyd was yelling for. His old lady. And I caught on to it, because you from South, you catch on to that. Say, mama, you must be talking about his old lady or his mama. But everybody thought he was calling for his mother. He's calling for his old lady. So, and I kept watching the documentary, and they showed shit that the media didn't even show. They showed where he had a roommate. He was living with this guy, and George was on that mess still. but he'll read the Bible. He was trying to get himself in order because he's got a little girl. And one thing about it was he wanted to get clean because he got a daughter, and he was on MS Valley. He'll read the Bible. Then a lady moved in. There was another roommate, and they'll read the Bible together. And when he died, that was the fucked up part. When he died, his family, George Floyd's family, never came picked up his stuff from that house. His stuff is still sitting there today. Today. Now you say you love this man, but you never went to go pick up his things from that house. Never. He said that family never even came by to even talk to them people. They don't even know. They don't even ask them questions like, what was he like living with y'all or nothing. They just left him to the wind. Yeah. And this has been told in that documentary, The Biggest Lie Ever Sold, and people still harp on this damn media shit. This shit, like, all this shit that's been going on, like, man, people just run to the media and get their fake news shit and think it's real. It's a lie. When they look at this Pete, like Pete Diddy, that's the shit. I'm tell y'all the truth. I ain't gotta watch fucking the news to know what he did was fucked up. Everybody should know straight off the rip when people started coming out speaking on it and not going to the media. That I told you something right there. They rather go to YouTube than run to the damn media. See how quick these motherfuckers. It's like shit that, like all these motherfuckers. Like I'm gonna tell you this. There was a guy. He's a rapper. He was in a group called Public Enemy named Professor Griff. I actually talked to the brother. He's cool as fuck. Yeah. He's cool as a motherfucker though. Smart as hell, man. I had to give my flowers to the brother, but we got to talking and we was on the same page, and just like I said, people are so quick to jump to conclusions on a lot of cases. And we was talking about Bill Cosby, and then my thoughts on it, and because everybody quick to say he's guilty. I said, hold up, y'all gotta understand something. That's like, because Sinbad said it best when he, like, if you ever go on and look up Sinbad does interview, he actually put them questions to shame, and it's like y'all ain't realizing or paying attention. It's like and on both sides, of the people that thought he was guilty and the people that thought he was innocent, asked the same question. Why did they wait 30 years to say something? Why did they wait 60 years to say something? Why didn't y'all do it back then? And the first thing they said was he was a powerful black man. I said, hold up. Back in those times, with black folks in the entertainment industry, they was getting paid thousands, not millions, thousands of dollars, not millions of dollars. Bill Cosby was getting paid less than his white counterpart. All those black movies, they got paid less than white movies. So before y'all start, before they start, well, he had money. I say he didn't have that much money. He didn't have that much money until the 80s. When he got in the 80s and had his own shows, like he had like 5 shows. He had one Bill Cosby in the 70s, another Bill Cosby, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, Little Bill, fucking another Cosby show. I said all these shows he had from the 80s to 2000s, early 2000s, he was making money then. Back then, he didn't make all that money. But he made it, but he had enough money to try to buy NBC. And that's the main part, is like people keep bringing up, he was trying to buy NBC. He would have been the first black network owner to own a major network. And people were so quick To do that whole, well, he did, no, y'all got to question this shit. It's like what we spoke before about work. If you don't have the evidence, the video, or whatever to show that this person did that, how you gonna prove you can't base everything off of word of mouth? You can't base everything about word of mouth because anybody could say they did this and they need that. They did everything under the sun, but does it make it true? No. That's why I always tell females, if you at work and this dude's harassing you, you better record that shit because it protects you. It protects you. It protects you. And that's the major thing I try to tell females anywhere they go. Record your situation because one thing about it is, if you don't record your situation and you say that this person did something, a lot of things can fucking happen. You can get more ridicule, you can get death threats, you can get a lot of shit. Look what's going on with Shannon Sharp. Look what's going on with Shannon Sharp. You didn't hear about Shannon Sharp? You know, he does that you know, he's an ex-football player. He worked for what is it, ESPN as a commentator, and he got his own podcast on YouTube called Club Shay Shay. And he interviewed Cat Williams, and Cat Williams told him straight out the back, and he quit fucking with them white girls. Like any other black person that would say that shit, they'll tell you straight out the back, quit fucking with them white girls. Because, you know, them white girls get you hemmed up, and it does happen. That's like, they do it. Some, I ain't saying all of them do it, but some of them do it just to get money. But, and this shit comes out about him essaying this girl, and then you hear about a recording about he was calm, and then next thing you know is you hear him say, "I'm gonna fucking fuck you up." I say, hold on, there's some editing, because I listened to the recording. I said, there's some editing there because it sounds like a skip. I know my hearing ain't that fucking great, but when I hear a skip in that shit, that tells me that's been edited. Two, you telling people he did that to you, and I gotta agree with JD Delay. It says you went for a lawsuit instead of calling the police. That tells me that's some shady shit, and that's a setup, because there ain't no fucking way in hell you go to a lawyer, I want to sue him for $50 million, but not go to the police and say, he did this to me. Why ain't nobody questioning that? So you telling me you going to sue him for money, but you ain't going to prosecute him for what he did? What's more important, your dignity or money? Yeah. That's why I feel bad for some women, because you got women like that doing that type of shit, and you wonder why you catching hell. And they wonder why women that's been victims of SAs don't get believed. Because of cases like this. They do goofy shit. And I know my sister over there sitting up there like, you know what, I need some dick. Cause she too damn quiet. Look, see, look, I knew I was gonna get a laugh. She said she wanna make a Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. Yeah. Like, I don't say this shit for my health. I say this shit because people need to learn. I take, yeah, I talked about this shit on YouTube for years. I talked it like 5 years ahead of time, and people didn't catch on. 5 years, 10 years go by. Now this shit's popping off. I was like, and I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, I was 5 to 6 years or 10 years too early. And everything I said is coming out right now. It's like, y'all not getting hip to what's really going on. Y'all, yeah, it is crazy. When you know, like, it's all it is. This world's going crazy. You got people that are from the Rainbow Coalition. Not the Rainbow. I can't say Rainbow Coalition because The rainbow. I was gonna say Rainbow Coalition that I forgot. Jesse Jackson used that phrase. That's a dude. I wish a motherfucker would. No, because I'll say this. He says the Rainbow Coalition, and that was back in the '80s, and the LGBTQ want to use that shit. So you know what? Jesse Jackson has a right to sue your ass for saying that shit. Yeah, it's like he said it in the '80s. Y'all saying it right now. It's like, yeah, the rainbow. But you look at it now, things are going crazy. I feel bad for everybody in this world because I've seen motherfuckers saying gays and lesbians for countries that kills y'all, but you won't go there. Don't support a country that kills your people. Are you gonna go over there? No. Why? Cause you gonna kill me. Then why you sit there and support them? Cause they need some love. Like, it tells me that your mama dropped you on your fucking head. Or didn't breastfeed you. She just gave you some girl food and called you a good baby. It kicked you out. Yeah. No, for real. She wanted some juicy fruit. So she wants some juicy fruit. Am I right, Jaden? You wanted some juicy fruit? Juicy fruit. Juicy fruit. You want juicy fruit? Juicy fruit. I can't do. No. No, I can't be like here. I make you team lead. I make I make you team lead, you date me. Man, you married. No, I can't. He said, no, I can't do it. I look at you like you cry, like I make you team lead. Give you 40 hours. Just just touch me VP in the you. That is the stats like really. Touch me VP. I get like yeah. Like dude, you just made your people look creepy, man. Touch me VP. I got 20 wives. Like, yeah, you got 20. All right, yeah, and all of them go, yeah. They, man, dude, I tell you, some of them, ooh, I don't see how they do it. Cause one thing is, they can have what I think 5 wives, and it's like, and I see, Muslims, they can have 5 wives. Well, yes, they can have 5, up to 5, depending on. But you got to be careful, depending on where they're at in that side of the world, because some go to 10, some go to. I don't know. I'm not that good at that, but the number is 5. But from what I understand, and over there they're married. Over here, just they're married to one, but the other 4, more like side pieces and girlfriends, pretty much. And the reason why is because the laws here does not include them as wives. The laws over here includes them as people living in the same house. Pretty much just say in another phrase, baby mamas. That's it. One wife but 4 baby mamas is like, really? It's like, is that how y'all see these people? Because when I'm over there in that country, that's 5 wives. When they over here in yeah, that's the messed up. Like, what I kind of understand, but they gotta be fair. They gotta be fair as fair. You gotta remember, you got fair as fair over here, because if they come over here and they got 5 wives and they show that it's legal for them to have 5 wives, and other people gonna start complaining, so that's not fair. You saying I can't marry 5 women because you call it bigamy. That's fucked up. They can get away with it, but I can't do it. You won't let the Mormons do it. You won't let, well, Jewish won't do it, and the Christians won't do it because they're not cray. But that's how that's, yeah. But yeah, so they gotta be fair. Yeah, but that's why they said it like that, because they gotta be fair. It's fair on the religious parts. Like you can practice it here, but some of this stuff can't come with you. Like you can't. Like if you go like some religions, you can. You're firstborn. Over here, you can't do that. Or over there, you can. Some other place you can eat something that's not legal to eat over here, but you got to find a substitute for it. And have the stuff in every religion we share. Like mostly some of the religions around the world, we does share some key points. Like we're not supposed to eat pig. We're not supposed to be eating bottom feeders. We're supposed to be eating. We're not supposed, which means we're not supposed to be eating pork or catfish. We supposed to be eating or lobster or crab or shit like that. Anything that's a bottom feeder we can't eat. Uh, we supposed to be eating goat. We're supposed to be eating sheep. That's one thing Christians. That's one thing I be hugging out about Christianity. Y'all a hypocrite. Y'all talking about the word of God, but then y'all go against the word of God. And I see a couple named Aiden and Jaden. It's Jake and the Kool-Aid. Jake and the Kool. Okay, just to see if y'all will wait. Yeah. Damn it! I got Destiny. Yeah. Damn it! I got Destiny too, but I gotta fix my shit. I got to. Yeah. Well, I gotta get the shit to fix it. Plus, I gotta fix my Twitch shit too because if I could keep up with three to more people to chat for 70, I think 75 hours, I can become an affiliate, which means I can get paid. Yeah, but it's got to be like three to more people for 75 hours. Then I become an affiliate, and then I can start getting paid. But then I might try to go for partnership. I don't know because if as I've told people, if I get out there and start getting and become partner off of Twitch and partner off of Twitch and start getting paid off of YouTube, I'm probably make that a full time thing because I'm not. I don't want to sit there and work myself to death and then trying to do this at the same time and then because I want to do something better. Like I've said in the video, like there's things I want to do. Like I've actually had an idea because I'm gonna say because I said on my agenda I want to do a series. A series is where if I get paid off of YouTube, I hope I do. I want to travel the world in 80 days. Around the world in 80 days. It would. Except I ain't gonna be trying to do like Logan Paul thing. Somebody taking their own life is funny. Oh, that's funny. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Or no, I ain't go. No, fuck that. I go to China and Japan. So I love your shit. I'll be love your shit. Anime is the greatest. We love Bruce Lee. Because it's good to, like, you've seen my work, have you? Well, I got an Instagram. I've actually drawn Monkey D. Luffy. I actually did. That looks just like Monkey D. Luffy. Afrojoe the Wookie. Like I've even like why how is that a bad? Dude, and I tell you, yeah. You know what the funny thing about it is? I didn't even pick the name. I did not pick Afrojoe the Wookie. This is the funny part. Back when I was 18, there was a guy I used to work with. I gave him two nicknames because you kind of remind me of him a little bit, but his name was Richard. And yeah, I used to fuck with him because he looked like Ricky. He looked like a Ricky Ricardo, for real. I shit you not. He looked like Desiree from Lucy. I Love Lucy. And he was cool. I say, and I looked at, I said, damn, this dude. I said, if I was gay, I probably would holler at him, but because you know, this dude probably get all these females want to have his baby because he looks like one of them guys like all them females want him, but and he was actually I think he was Hispanic or Cuban, but didn't speak Spanish. I said, damn, that's bad. But he looked like Ricky Ricardo, but had the personality of Richie Cunningham. And I would sit there, and every time he came to work, what's up, Richie Cunningham? What's up, Ricky Ricardo? We get to laugh. It's like he's like, I'm gonna give you a nickname. I'm gonna catch you off. And so when Afro Man came out with Because I Got High, and he said, okay, I'm gonna call you Afrojoe, Frojo. So I took the name. I was 18, like, it's like, all right, I like it. 4 years later, I didn't use it over 4 years. So when I started doing internet broadcasting, I said, man, I gotta pick a name. I gotta pick something good. What can I use? And that's like Afrojoe the Wookie. The name that it was given to me, Afrojoe. Not the Wookie part, but Afro part. Afrojoe, Afrojoe part. And so I took the name Afro and used it. And I used to call in the people show on this site, which is dead now. And I started doing the Wookie Cup going. And they started calling me Wookie. I was like, shit. They wouldn't call me Afro, they kept calling me Wookie. I said, shit. I say, I was just gonna go by Afro, so I just had that one name. Everybody kept calling me Wookie, so I went by Afro formerly known. No, I went by Wookie formerly known as Afro. It didn't work. Everybody just called me Wookie. That's like so 2 years went goes by. The site went down. I went to another site. I said, look, I gotta go. I said, I'm getting called Wookie, but I go by Afro. I got somehow put that shit together somehow. So I say, oh, I got it. Afrojoe the Wookie. So I was like, okay, I go by that, Afrojoe the Wookie. And that's why I went by Afrojoe, and I did it. I went by Afrojoe the Wookie. And my catchphrase every time I jump in the room on Twitch or anywhere, the first thing I say is "Who love the Wookie?" I'm like, some people are like, what the fuck? Who love the Wookie? Like, what the fuck? And they be trying to do the Wookie car. I was like, y'all can't do it. Y'all full of shit. Then when I jump on my, I go. Did you know actually the Wookiee's mating call is bear, tiger, and a cello combined together? Really? And actually, Chewbacca is based off of George Lucas's dog. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Chewbacca is based off of George Lucas's dog. And Yoda does not have a name for his species. And George Lucas said it will never. Yeah, most of the creatures in the movie are based off real. Like, hold on, take that back. Let me rephrase it. Most of the animals and vehicles in the movie are based off of animals in reality. Yeah, like if you look at the walkers, the two-legged, based off of chicken. If you look at the what was it? I forgot the name of it. The ones with the four legs, they move slowly. Yeah, camel. And if you pay, look like it. But if you paid attention to the band and you see that blue thing with the floppy ears and the nose, based off an elephant. It was really, and Robot Chicken actually put it in, was making fun of it, and that's what George Lucas is based off of, an elephant. Just a regular, based off the Star Trek ship. And some people fuck it up. It's 12 parts. It's not fucking 15. And I know that in the movie. Yeah, some people say 15. No, it's 12. And the funny thing is, yeah, and it's funny that I know that. I am. I am such a big. I am, and I wish I had the money to get the Millennium Falcon and the Black Falcon. Yeah, yes, and I and I want the R2D2, and I want the C3PO. Oh my God, I want it. If I had the money, I would get it. I was I would say I want the Mandalorian helmet that I forgot. I'm not such a big Mandalorian fan. Yeah. No, well, I watched it because I wanted to see what was the backstory behind the Mandalorians because it showed them like a certain brigade from the Clone Wars animated series that there was mainly bounty hunters, but they didn't show every branch of them. They only showed just one, and then they showed the scavenger, like actually true. Half of them they go by the code by like this like a oh shit, Jay, you fucking up, you fucking up, you dropped the she she fucking up. Yeah, then damn that was country. Damn that was country as fuck. There was, uh, and where are you from again? Um, yeah, and she. So you from a city that's a knockoff of Nashville? Thank you. That is so bad. That is true. People, I say that to people. It is true. You should, yeah. And I, but see, look, copy. See, copying. They're doing it because you know why? Because Knoxville was the capital of Tennessee at one point. Yeah, actually, yeah, Knoxville was the first capital of Tennessee, then Memphis. But the founding fathers didn't like those areas because it didn't suit the state. So they say they gotta find a city that's dead center in the state, in the middle of the state. They found Nashville. Nashville's dead center of the state of Tennessee. So they moved it to Nashville, which I think that's why Memphis people's probably pissed off at Nashville people because we came the capital of Tennessee. Or they think we too damn good, which one not really. We're not that good. We just got a lot of rich folks, and that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I think they're holding that grudge like a motherfucker. Hey, y'all, no, they wasn't our fault. Y'all was fucking like y'all came before fucking Ashley and y'all get mad at us. What the fuck? At least y'all ain't got a capital with a dead body in it. Come on, shit. Take that back. A dead body buried in the building and a dead body buried in the grass. Come on. It is. Like, do y'all really want to be the capital of Tennessee with that? No. Up to a friend of mine, it's like, about that. It's like, cause he's be like a big ghost hunter fan. Like he loves that haunted shit. I was like, yeah, why don't you come down to Tennessee and go to the Capitol where the 14th president haunts the Capitol? He said, what? What? It's like, yeah, James K. Polk haunts the capital of Tennessee. You're lying. I was like, no, there's been tour. It's like, no. I said, no. It's like, yeah, a couple of tour guys said they seen his ghost haunt the property. Plus, he's buried on the property, which, what was it, last year, a year before that, his family wants to dig him up again. That's like, dude, he's been moved twice. He was moved twice. He was buried in his family plot when he died. They dug him up. And they he was moved once, my bad. They dug him up and moved him to, because his house is down here. It's like it's not even in Nashville, but it's in Tennessee. But no, there's the Hermitage, and there's another house as well now for the Confederate fight. Uh, I want to say the Hertz house because the guy that was an immigrant, he could actually build good shit. He built a house in Franklin called the Hertz house because his last name was Hertz. And he didn't know his house would become part of the battlefield of Franklin. They left. No, they didn't leave, but they took on Confederates, like wounded soldiers, and to their house, and they all died in his house. So his house is haunted. Same with half the houses down in Nashville and Franklin. If you go to Franklin, big ass fucking haunted fest. Same with Gatlinburg and Pigeon. Dude, I wish they come on and dude, I wish they gone and put that fucking co-op in fucking Fallout 4. Yes, because one thing is they said it because I kept reading up on it. They were supposed to hook up a lot of stuff for Fallout 4 because you know people love the shit out of Fallout 4 and 76. I just like Fallout 4 because the build. Like I hate the build in Fortnite, but I love the build in Fallout 4, and the reason why is because I ain't killing no fucking body. Like if you would saw the shit I built, especially at the drive-in, oh my god, I be thinking like, really, you that fucking bored? Yeah, like it like, cause like I don't know if you go to the what Creators Club on Fallout 4 and you can buy shit off of there, like certain magazines, like certain furniture or certain paints for the armor. Same with the Pit Boy. Dude, there's one mod where you can actually find the Santa Claus armor suit. Dude, yeah, there's an armor called the Santa Claus armor suit. And yeah, and once you get in it, it goes ho ho ho. Yeah, and it comes with a magazine where actually you take the magazine, put it in the workshop. You can actually customize your Pip-Boy for Christmas. And he's got the Halloween uh, paint. It's like, come on, man. They just like shit. They say, they say years ago they were supposed to put Miami with that. Yeah, but somehow they said they got Fallout 4 London add-on to it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I couldn't find it. But they said they was gonna do a Fallout 4 add-on add-on where it's a bigger map and you're actually in Florida doing the same thing, but the zombies are different and the weapons are different. Yeah, really, really. Yeah, that was like years ago, and and I also, you know, like they still upgrading Fallout 4 and shit in '76. They are talking about, yeah, yeah, both of those games still getting updates. Shit, you not popular game that that company made. Like I don't like 70. I like the co-op play. I like, but I just want it in Fallout 4. I just don't like it where people can take over your settlement. That's the shit I don't like. Yeah, like if you build a settlement, it shouldn't be where they can come over and take over your settlement because you worked hard to build that settlement. Then it's unfair if somebody comes in and steals it. And it's like, that's not fair. I built that settlement and I bust my ass on it. Hold on. Be right back. Oh shit, man, this bullshit. Hello. You gonna leave? It's because me. It's, it's because me and Jaden are black. We're half black. But when we stand side by side, we're a wonderful black person. Yeah,
Include my audio. Yo, what's up, Twitch? Nah, but yeah, we're gonna figure out what we want from Sonic, and then Jaden will probably hop back on the mic, but I'm gonna be gone for. I bet then.
God. Oof. Man, I don't know what everybody went to.
mother effer. I was taught that in my courser training,